The deep introspection about this matter is the genesis of the Professor Lydian Cancer Committee, culminating to the formation of the new board of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And I know you remember that issue very well. Look, if you look at Nyhira's perspective in the formation of the new board, it was explicitly written that the formation of the new board is based on the prelims report of the Professor Lydian Cancer Committee's job and the recommendations from such. Now, have you asked yourself why Otum forced us to get Professor Lydian Cancer to head the committee that has to do all those jobs for the Kotoko new board to be formed? We are talking about the Dean of Faculty of Law at the KNUST. So the limitations within the Kotoko administration was more about the legal framework. And in naming the board members, one of the board members was Dr. Kwamina Mensah, who is a corporate lawyer. So now, if you come to Kumasi, the general feeling is that, look, after going through Professor Lydian Cancer's reports and recommendations, after getting a corporate lawyer in Kwamina Mensah on the board, the Kotoko has not still fixed their legal framework in terms of the administration. And they still keep paying compensation and judgment debt and have issues with the judicial bodies of Ghana football,
and have employees of Kotoko under contract taking their clubs to the judicial bodies of the FA, and they are winning costs against the club. So the general feeling is that of then what came out of the Professor Lydian Cancer report. What were their recommendations and how is it affecting Kotoko legal framework going forward? Now, Fred, I know you've exhausted this topic, but there is one few things I want to bring the notice of the discussions to.
Okay.
Now, if you look at the genesis of the verdict from the Player Status Committee, they say, look, Maxwell petitioned us saying he has been sacked. And the reason why he has been sacked is that Kotoko are saying he is incapable of getting Kotoko to the heights that the club dreamed of getting into. And they cite Article 11.2 as the basis of sacking him. Yes, the Article 11.2 in the termination clause of the sack him and pay him 3 months. Yeah. But the Article 11.2 is based on the premise of the 11.1 that says, yes, you can exercise and trigger that clause, but you must first give him 3 months written notice. Now, friends, my question is, in normal corporate setting,
okay,
you work for City. I think even in your contract, should City want to sack you, they will just have to give you 1 month notice. If you want to leave City today, you just have to give them 1 month notice. So what went into Kotoko's mind as at the time they were signing their contract with Coach Konadu to say, before any of us can say we are parting ways, you will need to give the other party 3 months.
3 months
written notice. 3 months.
It's unbelievable.
So just imagine the kind of just imagine the kind of results Master Konadu was churning out that necessitated a sack. And Kotoko should have given him 3 months to continue with that progression until it becomes legally binding and legally sound for Kotoko to sack the coach.
By that time, the club would have been relegated.
Exactly. So sometimes when these issues come up, you read the clauses in the contract and you ask yourself and you wonder what goes into these decisions. Why do we take these kind of decisions? Look, aside that, I think it's a bigger topic of respecting contracts. And we must discuss that in the football setting. That look, whether just cause or without just cause, if we are learning the game from the Europeans, Tottenham Hotspur just sacked Jose Mourinho. Why are we not hearing issues about litigations about his compensations?
Exactly.
It's because of the respect they have for contracts.
Yeah.
So why is it that Master Konadu is a through and through Kotoko person? Mm-hmm. He has a relationship with Kotoko, works for Kotoko. At a point in time, results are not coming. Kotoko decided to part ways with the coach.
Give him
and
the
they
money.
can't find an amicable settlement. Exactly. They should be able to have an amicable indoor settlement to just say, look, this is what is stipulated in the contract. Sometimes we can't even give you what is stipulated in the contract. But for the benefit and the interest of the club and our financial capacity and all that, can you take this and go something internal, something. We shouldn't be getting to these points.
The publicity this matter they bring to Kotoko, it really no good. And it's not the first time, honestly. Like every coaching issue at Kotoko has been a long, drawn-out public matter. Like from CK Akono to David Duncan to Didi Dramani. It really has been unacceptable. But I get one more question for you on this matter, then we need to move on. Because like you talk, we exhaust a lot on this particular matter. Kotoko said they go CAS. It be empty threat or what? What be? Somebody sent message saying that threatening CAS, they never they go, but they hire lawyer just for CAS. This one don't go.
It's quite interesting to think that Kotoko will want to go as far as CAS. I think with the letter that they brought out yesterday, the farthest Kotoko will go will be the appeals committee. And that is to go and argue their point that, look, we had every right to sack this coach, and it's stipulated that when we sack him, we can pay him 3 months' salary. I think what will be the position of the appeals committee in trying to find out if Kotoko have an additional evidence to quash will be, did you give him the 3 months written notice as is stipulated for you to trigger that clause? And that would be where Kotoko will have to fight it out. But for me, in all honesty, the farthest Kotoko will take this case will be the appeals committee, friends.
All right. Okay, we'll move it on.